Today, I'll show you how to play GTA San Andreas on any PC using the PCSX2 emulator. This will be a complete setup guide video, so make sure to stay focused because if you are to make any mistake, it's not going to work. Now, the first thing you need to do is to search for PCSX2 for PC. You are going to see the official website at the top. So go into the official website. Once on the website, you can either go to the download section or you can just click on this latest stable section. Now you are going to see for Windows, for Mac, for different devices. So I'm using a Windows, so I'm going to be downloading the installer to my device. Right now, as you can see, it is done downloading, so we're going to install to my device real quick. Now there are two different types of installation. You can either go for standard or portable, but the best one to use is standard installation. So click on next, click on next again. Alright, we are done. So I'm going to click on finish. So you can see the emulator is open. Now the first thing to set is your language. So simply click on it, select your language, and then click on next. Now it's going to ask you for a PS2 BIOS file. So what you have to do is to locate your PS2 BIOS file and go and place it inside the PCSX2 BIOS folder. So I'm going to do that real quick. So if I come in here right now, this is my PS2 BIOS file. So I'm going to copy this. I'll go to the document section. The document section is where your PCSX2 folder is going to be. So I'll come in here, I'll go into the BIOS folder and I'll paste it in here. Now I'm going to click on browse and go and show it that folder. Select folder. So I'm going to click on refresh list. Now you can see the BIOS file is showing in here. So I'll click on next. Then the next thing to do, you can see that is asking for where I'm keeping my game files. In this video, we're going to be using the San Andreas, that's the GTA San Andreas PS2 game file. So make sure that your game file is a ISO file, not a zip file, because an ISO file is what is playable. So I'm going to show you where I'm actually keeping my GTA San Andreas game file. So I'm keeping it in here. So I'll click select folder, next. This is all about setting up your controller. I'm going to show you guys how to set your controller pretty soon. Let's just finish this setup. So right now you can see it is done with that. So what we have to do, I have to actually show you guys something real quick. I have to show you how to set up your controller. So you click on settings, you go into the controller section, then you insert your controller. You can either use a DualShock 2 controller, a USB controller, or you can use a Xbox 360 controller or any other type of controller that you have. But I prefer you using the Xbox 360 controller because that's what I'm using. So all you have to do, just insert your controller. Once you insert your controller in, then click on controller port 1. So once you get in here, sometimes it's going to be like this, not connected. So just choose DualShock 2. Everything is going to pop up like this. Now what you have to do, if you are using a controller like any other type of controller that is not on this list, because you can see there are different type of controller in here, the first thing you have to do, clear the mapping. So once you've cleared the mapping like this, you can start manually imputing the buttons like this L2. Now if you have to click on it, just select L2 on your controller. So you can see that. So you are going to manually place everything so that it's going to be working. So it's just how it's done. But sometimes you can also use automatic mapping. That's why I said you should use Xbox 360 controller, because if you are using Xbox 360, you don't have to do it manually. So right now I'm using a Xbox 360 controller, so I'm going to clear it. I'll click on automatic mapping. I'll click on SDL S inputs. Once I click on it, you can see it have already done the job for me. Very simple and easy. So right now I'm going to click on close. Now the next thing you have to do, you have to work on your graphics, or else it's not going to play properly. So go to the graphics section. This display the graphics API. If you have to click on it, if you are using a very powerful PC, you can just select your graphics card. But if you are not using a very powerful PC, just leave it on automatic. Then aspect ratio, select fit to windows so that it's going to be full screen. Then apply widescreen patches, make sure to turn this on, very very important. Then go to rendering, you see internal resolution. Now this internal resolution is all about your PC, how powerful your PC is. If you are using a very powerful PC, you can use up to 4K, even 6K, 5K if you are using a very powerful PC. But for my PC, I mostly go with 1080 or 720. So it's just like that. But you can come here and also adjust later, because if you are playing the game is lagging, just come here, make some adjustments. So it's that simple. If you are playing at 720px and it's still lagging, just switch to native PS2 and it's going to be okay. So that's just it for that. And I think there's one more thing you need to do. Okay, anisotropic filtering, set this to 2x or 16x, and that's pretty much everything that you need to do. Now you can just start playing this game. So I'm going to give this game a try so you guys can actually see for yourself. Now there's one thing I want to quickly show you guys. Let me say you are playing a game and the game is lagging. Select your escape button, just press escape on your PC. You'll be able to access your settings. Then click on this picture. Once you get to this section where there's a picture, you can actually scroll down and you'll be able to change your internal resolution. So that's just how you can quickly do it while you're playing a game. Lastly, if you found any value from this video, then do consider smashing that subscribe button to help me on my YouTube growth journey, because I've been trying to get to 5,000 subscribers for a while now, and it's actually been taking me forever just to get there. But I know that with your help, through you smashing that button, I can actually get there super fast and super easy. Also, by now I think you might be seeing some of my similar videos or some of my playlists on your screen. So if you have some free time, you can go ahead and also watch that to learn more from my channel, because we learn every day. And that's it for that. I'm going to see you guys on my next video.